All right. Today I'm going to be talking about the positive and negative relationships that people have with memory, referencing the lecture. So, for me personally, I think that the newest Elvis movie is a good example of how there is a generational divide between memories. And so, whereas when we're talking about music culture, a lot of millennials and Generation Z seem to share overlapping interests within music, and so when they see a movie like the Elvis one, that tends to be very like outdated and old fashioned compared to a lot of the stuff that is often attributed to younger demographic music taste. Whereas somebody who is closer to Gen X or maybe a baby boomer, their reaction to the film is a lot more sensitive towards the history, the character of Elvis and his legacy. So even though that younger generations don't have the same investment into a famous figure, even one as popular as Elvis, they are able to have 2020 hindsight on a lot of the legacy. And so I noticed a lot of young people were very positive towards a movie like Elvis and other biography pictures like it. But when it comes to an older audience, there seems to be a lot of scrutiny, a lot of uh, pessimism towards a lot of the coverage. And so there's a generational divide that keeps a lot of the younger and older demographics separated from one another. And even with something as ambiguous as music taste or personal preference, a lot of it is generational. And so my experience watching an older movie will always be from a specific context, and the structure of my thinking is based on my generation specifically. And a lot of the criticism coming from older folks is coming from a similar structure that is the opposite of mine. And so that is my experience watching older media. And I think that's also the same structure of thinking coming from older people responding to my generation. And so my memory watching the Elvis movie was very positive. I think that that's part of my experience as a young person. And a lot of the people who disagree are often having a similar bias that is associated with their generation.